Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, aka the Big D of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Back again with another review in my spooktacular October. This time I bring to you House on Hyde Hill. Now you're probably thinking, Big D, there's two versions of it. Which one will you review? Well, I would be glad to answer that. I'm reviewing both of these. This is going to be a back-to-back review. I will be reviewing both original and remake. First off, I'm going to start with the original House on Hyde Hill from 1959, released by Allied Artists and directed by William Castle, who co-produced the film, starring Vincent Price as an eccentric millionaire named Frederick Loren, who, along with his wife Annabelle, played by Carol Olmart, I'm pretty sure that's the... Yes, has invited 5 totally strange strangers for one night in a haunted house party, and whoever stays in this for this one night will earn $10,000. As the night progresses, the guests are trapped within the house with an assortment of terrors. Now, I've seen this, well, I'm going to consider it 3 times overall, because I watched this, I believe, on either Prime or YouTube. And the second time I saw it on Comet, and just now I watched it on Tubi, but however, unlike those first 2 times, I watched the special colorized version. Now, I'll try not to give too much of the spoil much, because this is kind of an old movie, so I'll try not to reveal everything. Now, I absolutely liked how the intro goes. We start by seeing the flowing head of one of the people gets featured in this here little game. Watson Pritchard, played by Elisha Cook. Well, that's who he was credited as, but it was Elisha Cook Jr. Yes. Anyway, Frederick Loren has invited 5 totally strange strangers to attend a special party for his wife Annabelle at this allegedly haunted house he has rented, promising to give each $10,000 with the stipulation that they stay the entire night there, once the doors are locked at midnight. The guests include Lance Schroeder, a test pilot, played by Richard Long, newspaper columnist Ruth Bridges, played by Julie Mitchum, Dr. David Trent, a psychiatrist, played by Alan Marshall, and Nora Manning, played by Carolyn Craig, who worked for one of Mr. Loren's companies, and Watson Pritchard, who happens to be the owner of the house. Yep. So apparently, as you can imagine, the Lorens have a tense relationship. Frederick is convinced Annabelle tried to poison him in order to acquire his wealth, which Annabelle firmly denies, attributing his suspicions to paranoia and jealousy. But anyway, all sorts of strange things go on happening. Chandeliers coming down, crashing on the floor. There's ghosts coming around. There's heads found in boxes. A pit of acid in the wine cellar. Yep. And there's lots of screaming and what have you in some parts. And I will tell you that there really isn't much of a killing going on. You just think there might be, but You'll see when it gets to the end, but I will not reveal the ending to y'all because I really, like I said, I don't want to spoil much of this. Because if you've not seen this movie, I would highly recommend you watch this. If you like some old horror, I'd say give it a shot. Anyway, I will say that I like the performances we got from the cast, including Mr. Price and Cook and Miss Omar and the rest of the cast. Was pretty good, as a matter of fact, I will say. Now, I haven't really seen, a whole lot of Mr. Price's flicks. I do know some of them, but just haven't watched them. I do know he went on to do lots of really good, scary, and sci-fi flicks. So anyway, House on High Hill, original from 1959, I'd say it's worth a look into. I think you'll really like it. Alright, now next up, I'm going to review House on High Hill from 1999. Yeah, this came out 40 years later after the original. Now, this is kind of more of a modern day update. The movie was released by Warner Brothers, and this was the first film to be produced by a new company called Dark Castle Entertainment. The film was directed by William Malone and two of its producers were Robert Zemeckis and Joel Silver. Now, give me a second. Yeah, which they formed this studio. And the name of the company, Dark Castle, pays homage to Mr. William Castle. So anyway, this is really cool, actually. I thought it was named after Mr. Castle. But anyway, back to this remake. Now, I do remember that. Now, actually, I am kind of early on the film's anniversary. Now, if I can see my calendar. Yeah, I am kind of early for the film's 20th anniversary because next week, on Tuesday of next week, the remake of House on Haunted Hill will be 20 years old, so I'm kind of celebrating its anniversary early. The film stars Jeffrey Rush, along with Famke Janssen, before X-Men, Taye Diggs, Ali Larter, Bridget Wilson, Peter Gallagher, and Chris Kattan. Anyway, now, of course, this is the first film to be produced by Dark Castle, who, of course, would later go on to give us other movies, such as a remake of another flick Mr. Castle did, I do believe, and that was 13 Ghosts, as well as the extremely underrated and okay movie Ghost Ship. I don't quite care much for that movie anymore. And, let's see, Gothica with Halle Berry. But anyway, let me see now. Anyway, the film did okay. I mean, despite the reviews were kind of mixed in a way. Anyway, it starts out when we go to see the patients at the Vannacut Psychiatric Institute for the Criminally Insane revolt against the staff headed by sadistic Dr. Richard B. Vannacut. This took place in 1931. The patients start a fire which engulfs the building, killing all of the inmates and all but 5 of Vannacut's staff. So we go to the present day when amusement park mogul Stephen Price, played by Jeffrey Rush, is having a bit of a disintegrating marriage with his wife Evelyn Stockard Price, played by Famke Janssen. Price decides to stage her birthday party at the long-abandoned hospital. Watson Pritchett, that's Chris Kattan, yes, the funny guy, I'm sure you know him from lots of funny movies and also of Saturday Night Live fame. He is convinced the place is evil, having lived there as a child when it was converted to a private residence. Now, 5 guests arrive at the party. There's film producer, let's see, Jennifer Jensen. That's, I believe, yes. Excuse me, everyone. I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah. Who is played by Ali Larter, who would go on to be in Final Destination after this. That same year she was also in the underrated teen comedy Drive Me Crazy and was recently seen in the movie Varsity Blues. Baseball player Eddie Baker, played by Taye Diggs, who was pretty big at the time. Former television personality Melissa Marr, played by Bridget Wilson. Most of y'all know her from Billy Madison, the blonde chick who Billy had a killer crush on. The Donald Blackburn, a physician, and then of course was Peter Gallagher, who of course would go on to be in another Adam Sandler movie, and that was Mr. Deeds, and he was also seen on TV's Covert Affairs. But anyway, the guests are not the ones Price invited, and neither of the Prices know who they are. Despite this, Price continues the party's advertised theme, offering $1 million to each guest, to whom remains in the house until morning. Those who flee forfeit $1 million to the others. Well, I'm not going to spoil too much in this because if you haven't seen this, I'd say give it a shot. Now, it does feature some pretty shocking moments, twists and turns and all that jazz. There's some pretty frightening ghostly images and all that stuff. But I can tell you that I still like some of the performances we got. I mostly prefer the ones we got from the supporting cast. Ali Larter, Taye Diggs wasn't too bad. Jeffrey Rush was good, so was Famke Janssen, so I can't really complain about that. But I absolutely liked the remake of House on High Hill because I saw that long before I saw the original. Because I watched that numerous times on HBO and several channels when we got it in 2000. Yeah, please don't sue. I'm just saying that when I first saw it. Anyway, and if you stay through the movies, there's a post-credit scene. But I'm not going to say what that is. You're going to have to see the movie if you've not seen it. I'd highly recommend it if you really want to see something really frightening. Because there is, like I said, this is some real twist. There's some real twists and turns and what have you. Anyway, 8 years later, there will be a direct-to-video sequel called Return to House on High Hill. Unfortunately, I've only seen it once, and I do know it was okay, but not as good as this one was, because there was both a theatrical and unrated version. And that's about it, actually. But I will tell you that you just may enjoy both versions. You may like the original more than the remake, or you may like the remake more than the original. You be the judge, okay? Let me know what you thought about either or both versions of House on High Hill in the comments section, please. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Spooktacular October. And thank you for watching. Join me next time when I review John Carpenter's Body Bags. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.